Hey YouTube, this is Ozarks brother Jerry. Hope you had a good day. I just got home, kind of out of breath. I didn't feel like going anywhere else today, but I found a half Angus, half Jersey calf. So for $200, so that's pretty cheap. They were going for like $350 or $4 this spring. So you know, it's being Angus, it's half meat cow. But so this parashah is Ha'azinu, means listen, and it's Deuteronomy 32, 1 through 52. And as an overview, we have the Song of Moshe. And you know, if you include Psalms 90, there's actually three songs of Moshe. There's the one in, I think it's Exodus 15, where he writes a song about crossing the Red Sea. And get dog. And I gotta see if I'm still in focus here. And then there's one, you know, this one in Deuteronomy 32. So that's kind of interesting. But so this song of Moshe talks about, it recounts the history, you know, of him leaving Egypt. And Yahweh has told Moshe that these people are going to fall into idol worship again, and then he's going to disperse them amongst the nations. And then Moshe receives, receives his instructions on where he is to die, and that he can look over and see Canaan. But I'd like to focus on verses 19 through 21 in particular. And they read, "And when Yahweh saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very froward generation, children in whom there is no faith." And froward means perverse. Then he says in verse 21, "They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not Elohim. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people." And that term for people there is what Paul used. He used that for Gentiles. "I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation." So the people who aren't a people, with those that are not a people, and will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation. That's us. So we saw how we were included, you know, prior, like in Exodus 12:49, Moses said there's one law, you know, for the natural born, and then for the stranger. And here we are again. So, you know, if Israel hadn't have messed up, would there still be salvation for us? I mean, I think so. I mean, I don't know that. That's interesting to contemplate. But they did, and bringing them to jealousy by us, by the Father, spending time on us, is you know, I'm thankful for that. So I'd like to read Romans 10:16 through 21. "But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Esaias saith," and that's Isaiah, and this is a King James version. I don't know how I've never seen this before. I'm going to start over. "But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who hath believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Elohim. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. But I say, did not Israel know? First Moshe saith, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are not people, and by a foolish nation will I anger you." So Paul's repeating Deuteronomy 32:21. As I understand of the New Testament, 2/3 of it is just a repetition from Torah and the prophets. So I'm going to go 2 more verses. "But Isaiah is very bold and saith, I was found of them that sought me not. I was made manifest of them that asked not after me. But to Israel he saith, all day long I have stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. And gainsaying there means contradictory. So, not good. So the bigger point, for me is Romans 10:19, where we goyim, if we're not part of the dispersed, we obtain salvation because of the failure of Israel. Now I want to read Romans 11:9-11. And David saith, Let their table be made a snare and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. So that's Paul. And that stumbling block is Yeshua. But Paul, okay. But this is a repeat of Psalm 69. Now I'm going to read 21-23. They gave me also gall for meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. Man, there's another prediction of the Messiah, thousands of years ago. Let their table become a snare before them, that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. Let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. So it says, let their eyes be darkened. A lot of people crawfish when it becomes to Pharaoh, because, it says, and Yahweh stiffened Pharaoh's heart. Well, you know what? It says, the word also says, and they mealy mouth around that, saying, well, the Father knew, Pharaoh would do this or do that. But it said he hardened his heart. So here they are darkening the eyes of his people. Here he is darkening the eyes of his people so they don't understand. So, then you don't want to get yourself in that position. I don't want myself in that position. So now I'm going to go back to Romans 9-11. And David saith, Let their table be made a snare and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. And we just read that in Psalms. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may see not, and we just read that, and bow down their back always. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fail? Elohim forbid, but rather through their fall salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. So we need to be thankful. I hate it that they displeased the Father, but I'm thankful that our salvation came from that. So that's all I have for this week, and we'll talk to you next week. Good night.